swings it back outside. McDonald, a three, yes! What a rejection by Spinorcia.
Little half hook, and that goes.
Slows it down, slams it off the glass, and banks it. Welcome here to Braintree High School as we are ready now for the senior ceremony. First Braintree senior to be recognized here today is number 32, Caitlin Nugent, multi-sport athlete, having a great season for the soccer team, and of course now here onto the basketball floor, has seen a pretty good sized role here for Braintree after not playing on the team, or at least not playing much last year. Next up for Braintree is number 12, Audrey Ormsby. Also a member of that soccer team that bowed out in the Final Four. Third Braintree senior is number 33, Sophia Rotundo. Her younger sister, also a member of the team, Isabella Rotundo. Funny enough, the third member and senior of Braintree that is also a member, or was a member of the soccer team. And last but not least, one of the Braintree captains. It'll be number 23, Francesca Mazzini, player that has been so imperative here for this Braintree team, both offensively and defensively, as a catalyst. So again, Braintree with 4 seniors here tonight to be recognized. That is the 4th and final senior on the team. Braintree doesn't have a very big roster. And I believe the two sides will then again warm up for a few minutes, or maybe they'll just go right into the game. Unsure there of what we are going to see. The players did warm up prior to the game, and it is very close to that start time, which was right at 6:30, so it is 6:23. So maybe they will warm up for a handful of minutes prior to. A big round of applause for the Braintree seniors. Again, Ormsby, Mazzini, Rotundo, and Nugent, the 4 Braintree seniors here today. And Braintree's having a very good regular season, as one would anticipate after such a great year last year, losing to the eventual champion Wachusett. So again, Braintree at 12-4, coming off of now the 3rd straight win. Braintree with their best win of the year over Needham, 50-44 on the road, beating a very tough Needham team who Braintree could have beaten here on their home court back earlier this year, but lost a tight one. And Braintree with a home game here today. Another game on the road against Quincy, who's also a team right now in the playoff picture at 10-6. That game was on Thursday. And Braintree with a game against Woburn, who they beat last year in the playoffs, but that is going to be another tough test on Saturday. And Braintree will have another game on school vacation week on Monday and finish off the season with a Wednesday game against Pembroke. Now the starting lineups first for the visiting side. It'll be number 4, Sophie Fish. Number 10, Grace Pater. Number 12, Victoria Fish, one of their captains, as is Pater. Number 20, Gabby Vaughn, a sophomore forward. And number 33, Elizabeth May, one of their captains, senior guard. Head coach for Milton is Charlie Drain. And now for the home team. Really won't be any surprises, all 4 of the seniors starting. First up for Braintree, it'll be number 34, Isabella Rotundo. Number 12, Audrey Ormsby. Number 32, Caitlin Nugent. Now for Braintree, it'll be number 33, Sophia Rotundo. And last but not least, it'll be number 23, Francesca Mazzini. Head coach for Braintree is Kelly McDonald. And we will now pause for the singing of the national anthem and bring you back to start this one in a moment. Ready for the opening tip here at Braintree High School, and it's into the hands of the visiting side, the Milton Wildcats. Trying to work the ball inside. Braintree has that one shut down. Inside the paint now. Trying to work it there is Vaughn. Back outside. Here is Fish. Kick to the corner. Has the first shot of the game from the outside. No good. As May misses from the perimeter. Mazzini now takes up the floor for Braintree. .20 left on the shot clock for Braintree on their first offensive possession of the game. Rotundo looks inside to the two sisters connecting on that pass. Back outside Ormsby is Mazzini now. Gets a screen, kick to the corner. Rotundo trying to go baseline. Nothing there yet. Braintree still with seconds remaining on the shot clock. Nice move underneath Rotundo, cannot score. Mazzini throws it up and make that Rotundo at the end of the shot clock. And Braintree does not catch any rim, so it is a shot clock violation. So not a good offensive possession there for Braintree there to start. 7:02 to go here in the first quarter, no score. As this one is turned over on the pass inside, looking for the entry feed to Vaughn. .6:35 remaining as Ormsby drives inside, takes some contact, does not get a foul called and misses the shot. Both sides coming up empty-handed in the first minute and a half here in the quarter. Kicking to the corner, here is a three, and that one is good by May, who missed the opening shot. Knocks this one down. So the visiting side has the lead for the first time today, 3-0. 6:10 remaining here in the first quarter, as Braintree still looking to get off the snag. Ormsby drives down the lane, tough shot, and able to bank it home. That's a difficult move going to her left hand. Able to bank that one off the window. Worked up over half court into the hands of Fish. Being defended by Nugent. Braintree playing man-to-man defense. Tough shot by Fish. High off the glass, no good. And now Nugent with the player up ahead of the pack. It's Mazzini. Gets it there. And Mazzini lays it up but cannot score. Braintree misses an opportunity there in transition. With 5:35 to go here in the first quarter. Braintree still trailing by a point. May thought about taking the three, does not release it. Back outside as they feed it down on the block. Trying to work it in the paint. Good defense by Nugent. Driving in the little floater is good by Pater. So a good start here for the visiting side from Milton, who have a 5-2 very early lead. Good ball fake. Rotundo will try a three, not able to get it from the outside. Kick to the corner. And a three that is no good from May again, who's continuing to shoot from the outside and has hit one of her first three shots. Feeding this one down on the block, and the fall-away banker is good by Fish. So coming out with a pretty good game plan is the visiting side. Of course, Braintree dealing with their senior night. Not saying that that's the reason they're trailing, but certainly having a different lineup than they normally would to start the game, as diving to the basket and scoring is Nugent. Dangerous pass and a turnover. That's going to hurt if Milton continues to turn the ball over this regularly. Rotundo at the far side of the court, not able to score. Now up the floor, 1-on-2. Braintree slows it down, and it's handed away as Fish has the ball now. Work to the top of the free throw line. Now down the lane, Fish shut down. Braintree with some good defense and a travel going to be called. Taking the extra step, inside the paint was Vaughn. Not many fouls, and none to be exact. Not either tied with a foul here. With 3:50 to go in this first quarter, Braintree trailing by 3. They have tried to get some sustained hoops. Maybe they're going to try one here as Rotundo dives to the hoop, can't score. and it was Nugent who had an open lane but did not get the banker to fall. So Braintree's going to have a full sail change upcoming as this one hits the front iron and into the hands of Rotundo. So 5 new players set to check in for Braintree. Knocked out of the hands of Ormsby. Dangerous pass over by half court. Nugent able to sidestep the defender. Still driving in the paint. Kicks to the outside. Sidestepping the defender, and Mazzini missed inside. She's missed a couple of routine shots for her. She generally makes those ones. Nice pass inside. Rotundo missed it. Braintree's been off target here early. Driving to the hoop. Fish cannot score. Both sides missing some makeable shots. Looking inside, and a foul going to be called. A push going to go on Vaughn as Braintree trying to thread the needle. So the substitutions occurring here, as again Braintree goes with the full sail change. Top of the key now, as for the first time entering the game is Downing. Pretty good ball movement here early on this possession, but again Braintree well off on the shot, but it's Sweeney who capitalized on the offensive rebound. That's a player that Braintree can rely on pretty consistently here this season on the offensive side of the ball to score a lot of points. Averaging somewhere in the ballpark of a high 18 or so. Jumper no good, and Braintree rips it down. And giving it away as Fish on the other side able to score. Certainly wasn't the way it was drawn up for the Wildcats. Braintree trailing 9-6. Kick to the perimeter. As the shot no good from Brown. With just 1:50 to go, Braintree has not shot a high percentage from the field here in this first quarter, but still only trailed by 3, thanks to a handful of turnovers. Looking inside, here is Brown again. Brown has missed her first 3 shots from the field. Sweeney thought about it. Instead, back outside Downing with the ball fake. Dangerous spot there to lose the dribble as Downing swings it up over the top of the hoop, but it does draw a foul. Now we'll go to the free throw line. Braintree should be a very confident team after knocking off the Needham Rockets on the road in a tight one. But here to start, their offense has been stagnant and stuck on 6 points. With 1:25 to go and the second free throw upcoming. Neither free throw were good. 1:20 to go. Milton has a chance to build on a 3-point lead. Pass underneath into the hands of Cameron and then thrown away again. So Milton allowing Braintree. They haven't played a good first quarter, but Braintree hanging around because of that. Milton Wildcats continuing to turn it over pretty regularly here in the first quarter. A team that's 10-8, so certainly not a slouch on the other side. But in order to pick up a victory on the road in this tough Bay State Conference battle, and eliminate those mistakes. From the outside, no good. Sweeney, offensive rebound, put back from Diuti, also no good. And the two sides again try and gather a rebound, and it goes into Milton's hands. Final 45 seconds. Still stuck on 9-6, and Fish changes that. 6 out of the 9, or make it 6 out of the 11 for Fish. Downing drives down the lane and partially blocked as that one knocked out of play by Fish. Wide open, Downing will try a 3 and a much needed result there. That's a bad assignment there defensively by Milton. They left one of the Braintree better shooters open from downtown, and Downing makes them pay. Braintree within 2, and a rare foul called here in the quarter. That'll go on Downing. Shot clock is off. 12.5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, with Braintree trailing by 2. Trying to feed the ball inside, as that one partially deflected away by Brown. Looking somewhere to go with it. Gets himself caught in the corner, then throws a real bad, dangerous pass in the middle of the floor, but it does not hurt Braintree as the end of the quarter comes here. And Braintree, after all said and done, did not have their best stuff here to start this game. The first 8 minutes of action only trailed by 2 here on their home court on senior night. 11-9 the score, as we'll be back to begin second quarter action in a moment. Play resumes here in the second quarter. Trying from the outside, no good. As Braintree comes up empty-handed on their first shot, but they get another offensive rebound. Looks like Braintree with their regular starting 5 here to start the second quarter. As Downing from the free throw line is no good. Battling for it, and it is finally ripped away, but Braintree trying to fight to tie that one up. And now Milton has the ball right at half court. Mazzini coming from behind, knocks it away for a moment. Some hectic moments here as the Wildcats fire a 3, no good. Either side shooting a good percentage from the outside so far, as Downing looking for her second triple of the half, no good. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Pretty quick moving first half, but not many points on the board. Driving down the lane, and Fish just barreling to the hoop. Cannot get that one to fall. Another opportunity and another miss underneath. So both sides crashing the glass and getting some extra chances, but neither side really taking advantage of it on the scoreboard. As Braintree with a cross-court pass that split both Mazzini and the oncoming frame. Some surprising mistakes by Braintree here in this first half. You don't generally see them not being on the same page in a spot like that. Close to a travel. Right at the top of the key, that's a 2-point shot, no good. And Sweeney rips it down. Braintree with a 2-on-2 up the floor, Mazzini leading the charge. Right at Fish, and lays it home. First hoop of the game for the senior, one of the Braintree 4 seniors recognized prior to today's contest. That ties the score at 11. Dangerous pass, but it makes its way to the intended target. As Fish kicks to the corner, another Milton 3 and another one that falls, this time by Burke, a sophomore, getting her first minutes of the game. So that was a short-lived tie. As Braintree looking to tie it up again with a 3 from Sweeney, no. Downing wide open underneath, and a quick release, able to score. Downing has 5 to lead Braintree in the scoring department. Fish on the other side with 6 to lead all scorers. 14-13 is the score. As the jump shot is no good. Offensive rebound and the putback does not stay down. Battling for it, and finally Braintree able to secure it as Frayne kicks it in the hands of Mazzini. Back up the floor, Braintree open again in the corner. Downing will try again and stick a 3. Her second 3 of the half. up to 8 points now as the leading scorer here in the game as Braintree jumps in front 16-14. 4:55 to go here in the first half. And a travel call. Wow. That sure looked like a foul there on Braintree. They do not call one. They are really letting them play. Didn't see many fouls in the first quarter. We haven't seen one yet here in the second quarter. I don't think I've seen a first half with this little amount of calls and whistles. Sweeney thought about it. Instead, it's Frayne driving down. Beautiful pass. Mazzini, though, cannot capitalize and finish underneath to complete the assist. That was a beautiful pass. Little left-handed floater by Fish, no good. Offensive rebound as Burke, who hit a three earlier, gets the rebound. Back to the top of the key with the fresh shot clock. 30 on it. Back to the corner and getting a hand in the passing lane was Downing. Braintree a 2-on-1 up the floor, and Mazzini may have had that one partially blocked, and it's last touched by Braintree. They continue to have chances to score and transition, but not finishing at the hoop. Braintree leaving a lot of points off the board right now. Certainly should have a lot more points on this board right now with just a 2-point advantage. Braintree with another block as Sweeney gets it back into the hands of Frayne, but a lot of red jerseys back as Sweeney now sidesteps the defender, kicks back outside. Frayne unloads a three, no good. .325 remaining here in the half. Fish again to the hoop, left it short on the front rim. Throws it up again, it just won't stay down for Fish. Braintree back up the floor with 3:10 left. Holding to a 2-point lead. Downing thought about shooting it. Instead, we'll get a screen. As Sweeney takes a contested shot and a foul, a rare one, here in the quarter. So Fish going to be called for a foul, making contact during that shot. Braintree again, coming up empty-handed at the free throw line. They missed the first three from the line. Rare two misses from the line from Sweeney, such a great free throw shooter. And then Braintree with the foul in the backcourt. Both sides now have one foul each in the second quarter as Braintree makes a change. Sweeney comes off, Diuti comes in. And Coach McDonald really mixing it up here in this first half. With 2:49 remaining, and that's going to be out of bounds off of Braintree. A little bit of pressure in the backcourt. Pretty easily broken up over half court. Back up top. Trying to drive down the lane. May has to give up the dribble. Now looking inside, and a nice defensive play by Rotundo. Looks like she may have gotten a piece of that one. As Braintree brings it back up the floor, looking to extend the lead. We've been stuck on this same score, 16-14 for a while. Kicking to the corner, wide open, Diuti, and way off on the three. As Braintree with another offensive rebound, but it's ripped out of the hands of Rotundo. Another air ball tossed up. We've seen some tough-looking shots here in this first half. Wide open at the top of the key now, as Ormsby's three was halfway down and pops out. And now a jump ball, as Nugent has it tied up by Vaughn. Possession arrow in favor of the visitors. Final minute and 36 here of this second quarter. Trying to feed the ball inside, and a foul, and a rare trip to the free throw line. This will be a Milton set of free throws. A couple of free throws here would tie the score at 16. We just can't find any points right now in this first half. We've been stuck on this same score as finally something drops. Just a minute and 19 to go till halftime. Got to imagine at some point the offense will pick up in this game. Can't imagine either side continuing to shoot at a low percentage. 1 out of 2 at the line. Rotundo right at the free throw line. Trying to bank that one home, cannot. Final minute now. Driving and putting her head down to score. On the way to the hoop was Vaughn. Back outside, trying a three, it's Diuti, and again, way off on the shot. French has just been off here in this first half. They're lucky to be down just one. Say either side could have a much bigger lead right now. 10-8, Milton against 12-4, Braintree, but these two teams are not playing like that. Both missing some real easy shots here in this first half and leaving a lot of points to be desired. Final 20 seconds, shot clock and game clock are very close to being in sync, but Braintree gets the miss instead. Here's Brown back up the floor into the hands of Downing. Just seconds remaining as Braintree gives the ball away. If Milton hurries, they can get a chance for a last-second shot. Not really moving it all that well. They do get a shot off, but it's not even close, and that'll do it here for the first half. So, kind of an ugly first half for both teams. Ends in a 17-16 first half in favor of Milton. In a very, very low-scoring first half of play. The leading scorer of this game is Downing with 8, and on the other side, it's Fish with 6 for Milton. So the two sides certainly need the break. Comes at a good time as the two sides look to find a way to right the ship here as we head to halftime. We'll be back for third quarter action in a moment here on BCAM TV, continuing our live stream broadcast of Braintree basketball against Milton in a moment.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Home fire deaths have been cut in half since the early 70s when smoke detectors were first marketed. Having smoke detectors in your home can double your chances of survival in a fire. 60% of residential fire deaths occur in homes without smoke detectors. Thus, smoke detectors must be present on each level of habitation. Photoelectric smoke detectors are required within 20 feet of a kitchen, bath, or shower. They are required on the ceiling outside bedrooms no further than 10 feet away. They are also required to be present on the ceiling at the base of stairwells. Additional placement may be required depending upon the year the home was built or when a substantial addition was added. Create a safe home environment. Maintain your smoke detectors. Thank you for doing so.
Welcome back here to Braintree High School, start of the third quarter. Braintree trailing by 1 as they come out here with possession here to begin the third. Good passing inside, it's Rotundo. Nice shot off the window. Just the first basket of the game for Izzy Rotundo. Puts Braintree back in front by 1. 18-17 with 7:35 to go. Here in quarter number 3. Rotundo right up in the face of the offensive player, but able to score anyway is May. Back and forth we go on the odd scoring. Driving down the lane, and Rotundo is tripped up and fouled. Foul is going to go on Pater. Driving right down the lane and scoring is Nugent. Second bucket of the game. And Braintree back in front. Both sides shooting better here to start this third quarter. I anticipated both sides would come out shooting a little bit better here in this third, and that's just happened so far. Pater to the basket, trying to draw a foul, not able to get it to fall. Braintree back up the floor. As the pass up for Rotundo, trying a little up and under. As Braintree grabs another offensive rebound. Looking for a give and go, that pass is off target. Fish looking back up top. May will try the shot fake, and then that one is deflected out of bounds. Play called from the sideline. 6:06 to go in the third quarter. Fish pops free, trying to drive inside, lost the ball, and now it's on the floor, and Fish shaken up at the end of the play. Back up the floor, it's Rotundo. Back outside, Nugent will try a three, and the hot hand starting to really get going as we have a stoppage as Fish is hurt on the other side. With 5:48 to go here in the third quarter, we have an injury stoppage. Looking back inside, as driving to the hoop, not getting to the fall, was Vaughn. Braintree's offense really has picked up here in this third quarter. Back up the floor, Mazzini takes it herself and scores. Everything falling now, and a wise timeout on the Milton side as things starting to go Braintree's way heavily here to begin this third quarter as they are up to a 25-19 lead, up by 6. Milton will have the ball when we return in a moment. .15 left here in the third quarter. Great start out of the halftime break for the home team. We're up by 6 now after trailing by 1 at halftime. Big shot from the outside, and another one falls. First time into the game for Kovacs. Milton getting a lot of production from the outside. Mazzini down the lane, swings it up and scores. All of a sudden, Mazzini up to 6. And With 4.5 remaining, Braintree has scored just about every time up the floor here in this third quarter. In traffic, laying it outside to Kovacs, missed the shot, and Rotundo able to grab the rebound, but has it tied up. And possession arrow is in favor of Milton. Braintree called for a foul. That's going to be the third on Rotundo. That's going to have to make a change now, as coming in is Brown. Obviously not what head coach McDonald wanted to do there, which is take out her center. But has to, in this situation, with still a long way to go in this game. Fish takes it right at the youngster Brown, and Brown called for a foul. Veteran move by the senior forward, Victoria Fish, one of their tri-captains. One out of two from the free throw line. 7 now for Fish. Braintree looking to continue to find open players, wide open Frame. And the three will fall. Frame's first bucket of the game. And everything falling here in this third quarter for Braintree. They can't miss. They almost have more points in this third quarter alone than they did in the first half. Driving to the lane, and Downing called for the foul. Went down with a swat. It's going to be a pair of free throws for the second straight trip. First free throw is no good. One out of two. Brown lost it off of her foot. Braintree turns it over. Ball fake finds Wade, and then a wild shot tossed up as Sweeney got a piece of the second shot, and a jump ball now puts possession arrow in Braintree's favor. Frame looking underneath for Brown. Brown swings back and scores. Wise decision to make that little shot fake. Braintree getting a lot of different scorers in the score column. They have 8 different scorers here tonight, as Frayne with the steal and Braintree starting to open things up. Leading by 8 and the ball, 32-24 with 2.5 remaining. Nice pass underneath, as that is Sweeney. Hasn't had to score much tonight, just 4 points. So a lot of games left on Braintree's schedule. They've only played 16 games compared to Milton's 18. A busy week this week. A couple of tournament games at Emmanuel College. As driving inside, and a much needed hoop for Fish. As the timeout will be taken by their head coach, Charlie Drain. So a timeout on the floor, 34-26 is the score, with 1:58 to go in this third quarter. We'll take a break. Play resumes following the timeout. Diuti wide open, will try a three, and one drops now for Diuti. Doesn't matter who's shooting right now for Braintree, everything is going in. Add another score to the column. That's their 9th different score here in this game. Braintree has scored now 21 points here in the quarter alone. Off target on the three as Fish, though, grabs an offensive board. Back up top. Now a reset of the shot clock as Pater way off, trying to bank that one home. Braintree looking to the bench in a moment as Nugent, who got the offense really going in this quarter with a couple of key shots. Now Brown back up top for Diuti, 20 left on the shot clock. Into the backcourt, it was deflected. As Mazzini now finds Diuti, same spot. And the same result from downtown. "35 seconds remaining. All of a sudden, it's a 14-point game. Braintree has really opened it up because they've been so good offensively. Talked about how they struggled so much in that first half. Talked about how they would try and make adjustments. Couldn't see this Braintree offense struggle this much through the first 3 quarters, and it has changed in a hurry at halftime. Braintree shooting literally lights out here in this third quarter. You would never know, based on the score right now, that Braintree had 16 points after 2 quarters of play. They have 40 right now with 20 seconds left in the third. Driving down the lane, and the shot is good. As Vaughn now with 4. Final possession now for Braintree here to close out the third quarter. 40-28 the score. Brown is double teamed back up top for Diuti, who's had the hot hand the last couple of tries, and a little bit of a heat check there. Not a good shot from Diuti. A travel is called, and I think they may put even a little bit more time on the clock. Right now it's staying at 0.4, but should be at least a minute or a second and a half, which is what they put up. So Braintree will have time here to get off a shot. Who's going to shoot it? That one deflected, and now it's going to pretty much take away anything. So going to maybe adjust the time here. The ball was deflected, and a half a second came off the clock. And they're going to say that the quarter has come to a close. A second and a half apparently coming off. I don't know how you make that judgment call there. I mean, maybe a fraction of a second, but either way, that is the end of 3 quarters of play. Kind of a weird way for the quarter to come to a close. But Braintree with an excellent third quarter, probably one of the best quarters they've had offensively here this season. And after 3, they lead 40-28 here on senior night. Braintree at 12-4, Milton at 10-8, and the home side, the Womps, up by 12 after 3. We'll be right back. Play resumes here in this fourth quarter as Braintree gets a steal here on their opening possession and then gives it up. Both sides turning it over on their first time with the ball. Braintree leading by 12. 7:35 left in the ball game. Very quick moving game. As this one is loose and is taken away by Mazzini. Mazzini goes right up with it and scores. 8 points now for Mazzini. Thought maybe she would make that pass, but able to lay it home. Milton's going to have an answer quickly. Braintree's thoroughly outplayed them here in the second half after Milton had a 1-point lead at halftime. Inside, a missed shot, but another offensive rebound. Fish will try. That's a long two, no good. As Nugent rips down the board, back up into the hands of Mazzini, who pushes the pile up. Nugent now down the lane, kicks for Diuti, who continues to shoot from outside. Starting to feel some confidence after knocking down a couple of triples here in the third quarter. Now into the fourth with 6:33 to go. Braintree's lead remains at 14, 42-28. Dangerous pass, and Fish able to grab that. Tough shot from Fish, no good, and up over the top, it's swatted out of bounds by Jones. Pass makes its way up over half court as Nugent now makes the pass to Sweeney. Frame back to Sweeney, thought about the three, and takes it right at the basket and draws a foul. Pretty good decision there from Sweeney to take it to the hoop. Trying to get to the free throw line, as that'll be the second foul against Vaughn. First free throw up and good, as this game has completely changed ever since that halftime break. Braintree has come out on fire and has now gotten a couple more points at the free throw line, this time from Sweeney, who has 6. It's kind of been a weird game where Braintree just couldn't score in that first half, and all of a sudden everything is falling. Sweeney with back-to-back couple of points, so now with 4 straight points, has 8 total in the game. 5:40 left as Braintree has blown this one up. As Milton can't score here in this second half, and they turn it over. Yes, they have scored 12 points here in the half, but thinking about it, in the scheme of things, with how many points Braintree has scored, they haven't been able to stop Braintree is probably the better thing to say in that situation, just based on the fact that Braintree's just right now scoring at such a high clip. It's been almost impossible for Milton to even have an opportunity to come back in this one because Braintree just won't miss one. 46-28, 5:22 to go. And all different culprits here today for Braintree in the offensive department. Talked about 9 players scoring tonight. And 2 of the 3 haven't played tonight. Frayne will try another 3. Finally, Braintree missed a shot. 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Couple of changes upcoming as Braintree with another takeaway. 3-on-2 up the floor, and the pass behind Sweeney as Mazzini gets the ball back. Driving down the lane, kicks back outside. Diuti will try another 3 and swish another one. Her third three-point shot of the game. And just like that, she's gotten her confidence going again. Fish now attacks the hoop. Pretty routine bucket at the other side. 11 now for Fish, the leading scorer in this ball game. Driving down the lane, it's Sweeney, tough shot through traffic, able to rip away the rebound, and then a lot of contact, and somehow no foul was called. As Sweeney goes down hard, and now we'll head towards the bench. I wonder if some of the Braintree starters may be done for the night with a 19-point lead and 4:04 to go. So Sweeney and Diuti come off as Ormsby and Rotundo come back in. Driving down the lane, the little left-handed floater no good by Stevens. Braintree's done a great job on the glass here. Ormsby now trying to dial up a three. That one way off. Offensive rebound though. Now Rotundo wants to get in the scoring column. Instead makes the pass. Braintree moving it around pretty well here as releasing and not catching the iron this time is Braintree's Nugent. Final 3:20 here of the fourth quarter as Braintree with a triple team here and a foul on Rotundo. That'll be a shooting foul. First free throw is missed. One out of two at the line again for Fish, who has 12 here in the ball game, and a timeout taken with 3:18 left in a very quick moving game here at Braintree High School. 49-31 the score, as we'll be right back. They resuming as Braintree with the basketball, up by 18. Cross-court look as Rotundo wants to take the shot, does inside the lane and scores. Able to get in the scoring column here on senior night. Everybody that's played here tonight has scored on the Braintree side. 20-point game, Braintree's largest lead. Rotundo again up the floor. Feeling some confidence as Rotundo draws a foul, and now to the free throw line. So a chance here for DeTarco's set to check in the freshman. The only player left on the Braintree roster to play today that now is coming in that has yet to score. So we'll see if she can get some points. As a couple of Braintree seniors making their way towards the bench in their final home game of the year. Two nice looking free throws from Rotundo as Braintree with 53 points on the board. And again, Braintree had 16 points at halftime. Do the math there. 2:20 to go. Back up the floor, it's Ormsby taking it right at the basket, and was taking it all the way and draws a foul. No good on the first free throw. Ormsby missing both free throws. Brown able to tie it up. And a jump ball is called as possession arrow is in favor of Milton. So Milton had a first half opportunity with Braintree really struggling from the field to have a much bigger lead, but they only held a 1-point advantage, and Braintree came out of the gates in the second half, just missing barely anything in that third quarter. And obviously opening the door for Braintree to blow it open, and they now have a 22-point lead with 1:45 to go in the ball game. Now using some clock. Nugent obviously in a closer game probably shoots that one. But Braintree trying to burn some clock here with 15 left on the shot clock. As Ormsby gets inside, misses the layup. And Braintree called for a foul this time as Brown trying to tie it up. That'll be Braintree's second team foul here of the fourth quarter. Final minute and a half. Three-point try, and that one goes. That's Burke's second triple of the game. This one nearing an end as we approach the final minute here at the Herkitt Gymnasium. And a game Braintree has dominated after halftime. Rotundo trying to bank one home. Now the ball fake, and it is going to be Ormsby to bank one home. Points 3 and 4, 55-34 the score, 40 seconds left. Braintree on the way to the 13th win of the year to move to 13 and 4 and continue to move up the power rankings against Milton, who will drop to 10 and 9 with the defeat. Rotundo gambling for a steal with now 14 left on the shot clock. Brown pulls it down, and it was last touched by Braintree. Taco with the steal, back up the floor. Braintree still pushing it, although they could hold for the final shot. Ormsby does not do that and takes a three, which is no good. Braintree will get the offensive rebound. Nugent fakes it, now takes it right at the end of the shot clock and the game clock. It's a 2-point shot that drops for Nugent as Braintree here on senior night with a 57-34 victory. So Braintree will win this one going away by 23 in a game that they trailed by 1 at halftime, 17-16, and Braintree just blew it out of the water in the second half with 9 points from Nugent, who just scored that last shot, tying Diuti with 9 as Braintree's high score. But again, Braintree with everybody minus DeTarco, who only played a couple of minutes late in the fourth quarter. So Braintree getting a well-balanced scoring attack here tonight to win 57-34. On the other side, 12 from Fish, the game's high score for the losing side for the Milton Wildcats, as that'll conclude our coverage here of our live stream broadcast of Braintree basketball, who moves to 13 and 4. Milton drops to 10 and 9. On behalf of our graphics coordinator back in the studio, Chris Curran, our camera person here today, Dave Maybrook, I'm Mike Wassel. We'll see you next time.